So this video is an attempted recovery mission, and I owe the fun of this attempt to a YouTube viewer that checked out my channel, Chemical Romance, who took a look at one of the ships that I left behind when I picked up a squid ship and decided it was a pretty cool ship. He wanted to see where, if coordinates could be found for the original squid ship, and I want to find out whether or not I can recover the hauler. That'll be a little bit trickier, and that's going to depend on whether or not I have a restored save. But the first step is to see if I can get back to that squid ship. Now, to do this, the first thing we're going to do is pick our save. I play several different saves. I have a normal mode save, the first one I started playing No Man's Sky on, that I got 131 hours in on, that I haven't played since October of 2016. I have my first creative mode save, the one that I used to solve the mission, the core mission of the Euclid Galaxy, and make my way to the Eisentam Galaxy before the release of Next. I put in 117 hours on that, and well, looking at that here, I don't think my chances are very good in terms of getting that ship back. At least, actually, at least as it stands, because my last save is on the 9th of August, and I know from the video that I dropped off that ship on the 6th of August. But one thing I've gotten in the habit of doing is saving my entire No Man's Sky save out to flash drive, and using it to wipe, my standard save. That one might be older. The one that I still have on the flash drive right now might be older than this. It might not. I don't really know. And then I started a new, when multiplayer came out, when Next came out, I started a new instance back in Euclid, just by joining a random game, and I put 44 hours in on that. But the one we're looking for is this one here, and so we're going to go ahead and load that up. That is in the Eisentam Galaxy. And I'm sure I've gone several systems beyond the one, where I picked up that squid. But we're going to use a method that I've set up to backtrack. One thing I should say here is that if you're making comments, and I see there are some comments being made, maybe by Chemical Romance, I appreciate them, but I cannot see them. I'm playing in my living room on a PS4, and I'm doing PS4 live streaming, and I don't see the comments as they pop up. In fact, I'm not even sure how to take a look at the comments that come in via PS4 as it is. So I appreciate the comments, but I'm not going to be able to see them. I'm trying to remember what I'm up to here in this. I think what what I'm up to in Eisentam right now is doing a little bit of timing in order to find an S-class super freighter. And I know that the next point where my timer comes due with 3 hours since my last one is at 1:18. So right now I'm just kind of shopping around for S-class ships, and I've landed here, and I've been using the standard technique to wait for S-class ships to come in. But that's not really what we're up to right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. What I'm going to do is get myself up to my freighter and see if we can find that old squid ship that I'm dealing with here. Now, I have a method for finding the worlds it's a relatively new method for finding the worlds on which I have picked up an S-class ship. I really love the names of the ships ever since Next came out. I did not used to name, I used to rename these ships. And in fact, this one is named probably for the planet name, and then I see here it was a Viking system, and it was in the Euclid galaxy. That's the method that I used to use. I don't use that method anymore. Part of the reason is that I really like the new names that they give ships in Next. I think they have a real personality to them. I appreciate them, so I try to preserve them. But it's also led me to a new technique. And actually, I should say, before I check out my Squid ship, I should take a look around my bay, take a look at the ships I've got. So here we have Airborne Focus, and again, Airborne Focus BC6. I named this ship after its original name. You know, the name given to it by, you know, the generator. This, I think, is an older one. This is named after a system in Euclid, where I found this ship before I migrated to Eisentom. Here's another one named after a system in Euclid. It's a Korvax system before I migrated to Eisentom. So, how do I use the new names of ships to make my way back to the system where I found it? Before I check this guy out, I want to point out this one here, which is the ship of my heart, Kai Nadren, the S-class ship from my most beloved system back in Euclid, which is completely different now, but it was the very first system I ever started out on. There's a whole series of videos about, you know, attempting to recover a few ships from there. And I've got empty bays there, and here I've got Hyperhawk NU9. Now this is the ship that I picked up on the world in question, where I dropped off Injotu's Ancestral Victory. And our first goal is to get back to Hyperhawk. This actually is going to be a little easier than you would think. And I haven't set up base portals. I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm going to go ahead and go to the space station to do this. If I had set up a proper base on my freighter like I should, I could use a portal on my freighter, but I haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and use the portal on the base. And you know what? Before I even go to the space station, I'm going to check one thing out first. I'm going to actually just check my galaxy map and see if I am anywhere close. It's an anomaly world. So I've got a lot of stuff going on here. These are all worlds that I've attempted to scope out, that I've created home bases on. Probably one of these worlds that says home base is the one that I picked up Hyperhawk on. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and go back and go to the space station as I had originally planned. Partly so that I can demonstrate the method that I've developed for dealing with this problem. So at this point, every time I pick up an S-class ship, I figure there's a possibility that I may want to get back to that world at a later time. Even if it's, you know, to find a better version of that S-class ship, whatever it may be. And so what I've started to do, I thought they fixed that glitch, that's too bad. So what I've started to do is create a base next to the trading post where I pick up that S-Class and named that base after the ship itself to make it blindingly simple for me to find that base. And actually, I think I've taken to naming the world after that ship so that I can get back there. Really, it's the system that matters, because the ships are unique to systems, not to planets. Okay, let's head on over there and take a look at our portal. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so for instance, here I have a base named Bondu's Burning Folly that is named after, that was actually the name of the ship. Bondu's Burning Folly was the name of the ship on that world, and I didn't end up picking that world up. Oh, Hiroshi Hyperhawk. That is the base in question. Arat Airborne Focus. So if I wanted to go back and get a better version of Airborne Focus, I would go to this base. See if I've got any others like this. I don't have that many. I started doing this relatively recently. So it looks like I've only got 3 or 4 ship origin places located this way. But this is the one we want. So I'm going to go ahead and head back here, and that's step 1. I'm not sure I'm not getting an animation screen. Wow, it's taking a while. Ah, okay. What's going on? Oh, good. Okay. And so, here we are. Very familiar. This is the world from the prior video. You can see right down here is that famous launch pad where I left behind Injotu's Ancestral victory, never to be seen again unless I succeed at my quest. And of course now the other ships are coming in to fill in the gaps. It's highly unlikely that the Squid ship will show up immediately, but this is the system in the world where it appeared, and so eventually, given the patience and enough reloading, it would show up there. Up here is my ship. Now, what I really need to do, though, this is intriguing, actually. Wouldn't it be funny if one of these guys showed up instantly? I don't think they're going to. At any rate, what I need to do now is find the coordinates for this world. And to do that, I need to find a come on, brain work. What's the full ship? A monolith. And then a portal. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and find a monolith. Now, again, this video I'm making, man, this is a fast ship, I have to say. I'm making this video for YouTube viewer Chemical Romance, But I need to remind you that I'm in the Eisentom galaxy. So if you're not in Eisentom, I don't think these coordinates are going to work for you. Nevertheless, we're going to give it a go. So we need our signal booster. Whoops. Okay. Huh. Trading post. What am I doing wrong? I'm trying to find a monolith, not a trading post. It's been too long since I've done this. Don't need that. Let's try this. This is a little different. This isn't how this used to work, I don't think. Okay. Good. That's what we want. Ruin. I don't think this is gonna work. Why am I not finding a portal? Am I... Ruin's not gonna do me any good. Okay. I must be forgetting something important here. Nope, that's what I need. So did they change? I need a signal booster. What in the world? You know, I don't think... Ruins were gone for a long time. And I mean for a long time. They were there in, you know, the early version of No Man's Sky, and they disappeared for several versions. But I don't need Viking. And so I don't remember whether interfacing with a ruin gets you access to the same location information as you get from a let's see here. It's not what I need. It's not what I need at all. Alright, whatever. Okay. Let's try again. Yeah, great. Put data. Good. Okay. Alien monolith. Alright, at least it's still possible. So ruins have simply been added to the stock and store of locations that you can find with the beacon. You can still get to an alien monolith, and that is what we need. That's quite close by. Man, this thing really cooks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'll land in this cave. You know, I'm a sucker for a good cave. Let's check out this cave for just a minute here. Oh. That's nice. Okay. Back to business. Come on, where is... Yeesh. Used to be stairs up these things. God. Uh-oh. Aha! There you go. Okay. At long last, here will be our portal. And so, with the portal coordinates soon to be revealed, you, Chemical Romance, will be able to come here, assuming you're in the Eisenton Galaxy. Man, oh man. Nearly a disaster. And, find this ship if you so desire. The curiosity. Ah, there's my base. Yep. That's not where we're headed. We're headed over here. Okay, so I just remembered one thing, which is that as far as I know now, a portal's coordinates or jumping to a portal won't get you to a specific world, but only to that local system or group. And so we're going to take a quick look at our local group so that you can see what you're basically looking for here. Presumably, you will see the names of systems as they show here. Akara Iroshi System F7. The region is Somawi, the Somawi Spur. Tazama Uwa. Kirjo, etc., etc. And that seems to be, relatively speaking, the top of the spur. So, if you can find these worlds, you should be able to find your way ultimately to here. Okay. Now, someone mentioned using a beacon. And I have to say, if beacons have absolute addresses to them, this is honestly not something I'm familiar with. I'm just realizing that now that might be the case. I'll go ahead and plop down a beacon next to the portal before I get the portal address. And if you know how to use a beacon and you want to try to use it to get here, then that's just fine. Well, that's pretty interesting. Here's a case where we have a portal literally right next to this outpost. Nice place for an outpost, just up the hill from your beacon. Or I mean from your portal. Ah! No way. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Oh, the glitch. Alright, so just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and set up a beacon here, in case that's really what's going on. And beacons give absolute addresses. And then I'll go ahead and get the coordinates. Okay. Beacon says... That doesn't seem to give me much here. So I don't see an address to this. I don't think that's going to help us. Alright. Let's forget about the beacon. Let's go ahead and get our portal address. Again, all these are activating for me so easily because I swear by creative mode. That should not make a difference for finding this world. Here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video right after this so that scanning to the last frames of the video will easily get you to the planet's address or this portal's address. And here it is. Bird, squid thingy, face thingy, squid thingy, face thingy, whale, tree thingy, squid thingy, marker thingy, whale, bird. It's actually a pretty elegant address as far as they go. So hopefully this gives you what you need to find this world if you so desire. I'll end this video, and probably tomorrow I will experiment with seeing if I can recover the ship that I traded out and lost in gaining the ship I have now. Alright, we're gonna stop.